The morning air was the kind that clings to your skin like a secret you're not ready to share. It was still dark outside, the kind of dark that only comes before dawn when the world is holding its breath and the sky is the color of wet ash. I lay there in bed, tangled in the sheets, still half dreaming, and I could hear the usual sounds of the house settling in. The creak of the floorboards, the soft hum of the refrigerator from the kitchen, the distant buzz of cicadas, the kind of summer symphony you learn to live with. I wasn't used to sleeping alone. My friends were out of town for the summer and I had taken over a sublease in their house. It was one of those starter homes in a neighborhood built for college students, all stucco and sharp angles and the kind of windows that looked like they were watching you. I didn't mind it. It was quiet. It was mine. And I liked the way it felt, like a place I could curl up in and forget everything else in the world. I had always been a creature of habit. The kind of person who locked doors twice, set alarms, and double-checked that windows were closed before going to bed. It wasn't paranoia, not exactly. It was just comfort, routine, control. I found peace in it. That summer I had this place all to myself and I liked it. I liked the way the house felt in the mornings, the way the sunlight slanted in through the blinds and painted the walls with golden stripes. I had my own room and I had June. June was a dog, a pitbull. She had come to me through a friend's younger sibling who had rescued her from somewhere I never really asked about. I had always loved dogs. My family had boxers and I had grown up with them, learning how to read their moods, how to tell when they were happy or scared or just plain tired. I thought June would be the same. I had a soft spot for strays, for lost things. I liked to think I could help them, give them a second chance. I was wrong maybe. Or maybe I was just not ready for the kind of help she needed. The first night with June was nervous. I had prepared a bed for her, a big, soft one with blankets and toys and everything I thought a dog might need. I had even put on some music to make the room feel less cold, like we were both sharing something. But June didn't come to the bed. Instead, she came to me. She climbed into my bed, her huge body taking up half the mattress, her eyes wide and black and full of something I couldn't quite name. I was scared, not of her exactly, but of what she might do. I lay there, stiff and silent, watching the ceiling, waiting for her to move. She didn't. She just stared at me, and I stared back. I didn't sleep much that first night. I told myself it was because I was tired, but I knew it was really because I was afraid. I was afraid of accidentally rolling onto her, of scaring her, of her reacting in a way I couldn't control. I had never had a dog like this before. She was huge. She was scarred. She had been through something. I could see it in the way she moved, in the way she looked at me like she was trying to remember who she was. I didn't sleep, but I didn't feel alone. June was there, breathing next to me, and I felt something shift in me. Like maybe, just maybe, I could help her. Like maybe we could help each other. The second night was better. I fell asleep. I woke up the next morning to June staring at me, her head resting on my pillow. I smiled. I told myself we were bonding. I told myself she was safe now. I told myself she was mine. The third night, I felt like I could finally breathe. We watched movies. I shared my pizza crust with her. She let me scratch her belly. She nuzzled into me. I felt like I had found something good. Like maybe, just maybe, this was going to be okay. Then came the morning after the third night. The kind of morning that feels like it's not real, like you're still dreaming. I was awake, but I wasn't fully awake. My mind was still tangled in the fog of sleep, trying to piece together where I was, what time it was, why I was awake so early. It was 6:30. The kind of time that feels like it shouldn't exist yet. I blinked, reaching for the clock, and then I saw her. June was at the bedroom door, not just at the door, she was snarling at it. Her body was slamming into it, her nose sniffing the base of the door, her teeth bared, her eyes wild. She was going crazy. I sat up, heart pounding, and I followed her gaze. I looked at the door, and then I heard it. It was a sound I didn't recognize at first, a soft, rhythmic jiggling. Like someone was trying to open a lock they didn't have the key for. Like someone was trying to get in. I froze. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if it was real or if I was just dreaming. But June wasn't dreaming. She was alive. She was furious. She was scared. She was protecting me. I reached for the gun I kept under my bed. It was an old 12 gauge, the kind of thing you use for hunting, not for people. I had never pointed it at a person before. I didn't want to. But I didn't want to die either. I racked the gun and everything stopped. The jiggling, the snarling, the slamming. It was like the world held its breath. "Who's there?" I said, my voice hoarse, unsure. I didn't know if I was asking a question or just trying to scare someone off. The voice that answered wasn't mine. It was a man's voice, low and rough, like he hadn't used it in a long time. "Maintenance," he said. "We're maintenance. We didn't mean to scare you. We're here to fix the dishwasher." I stared at the door. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if I believed him. "I didn't put in a maintenance request," I said slowly. "And the dishwasher is in the kitchen on the first floor." There was a pause, then a second voice, younger, uncertain. Yeah, we were told no one was here. I'm training a new guy and thought I'd show him what most of the houses look like inside." I didn't know what to think. I didn't know if they were real. I didn't know if they were lying. But I did know that I was angry. I did know that I was scared. I did know that I was not going to let them in. June was losing it. She was barking, growling, foaming at the mouth. I could feel the heat of her body next to me, the tension in her muscles. She wanted to fight. She wanted to protect. She wanted to kill. I cracked the door open just enough for them to see me. Just enough for them to see me holding the gun. Just enough for them to see June, wild and huge and ready. I didn't look at them. I didn't need to. I knew what they looked like. I could feel the dirt on them, the grime, the sweat. They were not clean. They were not professional. They were not real. "Leave," I said, my voice steady now, "or I open the door and let her out." They didn't argue, they didn't hesitate, they just turned around and walked out. I watched them go, my breath coming in short, shallow gasps. I didn't move, I didn't speak. I just sat there, holding the gun, watching the door. Once they were gone, I checked the doors. The front door was locked, the back door was not. I had checked it the night before, I was sure of it, I had locked it, I had double-checked, I had been careful, but now it was open. Someone had been in the house, someone had been in my room, someone had been in my bed. I called the front office at 8 a.m. when they opened. I gave them the description. I told them what had happened. They said they hadn't dispatched any maintenance men that day. They asked me if I wanted to file a report. I didn't say yes, I didn't say no, I just hung up. I didn't go back to sleep, I didn't even try. I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the door, thinking about the men, thinking about June, thinking about the house, thinking about how close I had come to being alone, to being helpless. I kept June for the rest of the summer. I didn't try to adopt her, but I didn't let her go either. I knew she had been through something. I knew she had been scared, I knew she had been hurt. I didn't know if I could fix that, but I knew she had fixed me. She was there when I needed her. She was there when I was afraid. She was there when I didn't know what to do. She was there when the world felt too big and too loud and too dangerous. She was there when I needed someone to watch my back. I never told anyone what happened that morning. I don't think I could. It wasn't just about the men. It wasn't just about the fear. It was about the way June looked at me, like she knew I was broken and she was going to fix me, like she was going to make me safe. I still think about that morning sometimes. I still remember the way June looked at me, the way she protected me. I still remember the way the men ran away when they saw her. I still remember the way I felt when I was alone, when I was scared, when I thought I was going to die. But I also remember June. I remember her eyes. I remember her breath on my face. I remember the way she looked at me like I was the one who needed saving, and I think about her every time I pass a house like mine, every time I see a door that looks too clean, every time I hear someone knock and I wonder who it is. I think about June. I think about the morning she saved me. I think about the way she looked at me like she was telling me something I didn't know I needed to hear. I think about her and I feel safe.